Okay, in this video we're doing Unit 7, first lesson, 7.1, which is common logarithms. So here's our learning targets. We can find a common logarithm. We'll find out what that is in a minute. Solve logarithmic and exponential equations, which we did in Unit 6. We're learning some new strategies for solving them in Unit 7. And the biggie in this one is the change of base formula, which we're going to learn. The first thing is just what is a common logarithm. All that a common logarithm means is it's a logarithm with a base 10. And what happens when you have a base 10 is we don't write a base at all. So if you have something like that where it's just log of 2x, it is a base 10, but we don't write the base 10. And the common logarithm is what is in our calculators. So when you find the log button in your calculator, it is calculating a log base 10. Okay, so you might want to take a minute now, pull out your calculator. You're going to need it for this lesson. Find your log button. You're going to need that. And what you want to remember is the log button is the common log, and it always has a base 10. So that's it. That's basically what a common log is. See what we do with these common logs. This slide's a little messed up, but part A, which is right here, it just says log base 6. So this is an example where there is no base, so you assume it has a base 10. And then basically what you're doing on these where it says evaluate each logarithm is you're putting it in your calculator. So you would press the log button on your calculator and then 6, and this is what would come up. A longer number, but you'd round it to 4 decimal places. Okay, the other example over here, which is kind of written over, is log base of 0.35. So once again, it's not written, but this has a log base 10. And when it's not written, then we know it's a log base 10, and we can simply go ahead and punch that in our calculator and round to 4 decimal places. So when there is no log written, like in these examples, you can put it right in your calculator because, I'm sorry, when there is no base written. So no base means base 10, which means you can put it. Now what happens is you're going to have problems where it's not a base 10, but you want to be able to put it in your calculator to get your answer. So what we use is this change of base formula. And here's the general form of it. It says log base B of A equals log base 10 of A over log base 10 of B. Now the first thing you need to know is when we use the change of base formula, we can change it to any base you want. Basically, you can choose your base. Most of the time you're going to choose 10 though because you want to use your calculator. Okay, so let me just quick off to the side here, write an example. Say I have log base 2 of 3 and I want to change it to a base 10. It would be log base 10 of 3. So in my example, A is 3, so 3 goes up here, over log base 10 of 2. So this, in my example, is 2, and that becomes 2. Now the way I remember it is, what I'm doing is I'm putting the big number over the little number. Right, so log base 3 is the big number, that goes on top, over log base 10 of 2 goes on the bottom. So the big number over the little number. I'll show you make more sense. So here we have, this got a little messed up too. This should say log base 3 of 16. Use the change of base formula, express each log in terms of common logs. So basically we want to change it to log base 10. So using the formula, I would change it to log base 10 of the big number, 16, over log base 10 of the little number, which is 3, And remember, since it's log base 10, I don't have to write the log. That's the common log. So that's log base 10 of 16 over log base 10 of 3, or just log base 16 over log base 3. And that I can put into my calculator. And what that becomes is 2.56. Oops, no. That is the wrong number. Getting ahead of myself. This becomes 2.5237. Okay, so this should be log base 2 of 50. The slide got a little messed up. So if I want to write that as a log base 10, it would be log base 10 of 50, big number, over log base 10 of 2, little number, which is the same as just log base 50 over log base 2. If I put all that into my calculator, I get 5.6439. So that is it for change of base. That's how you change a base. Okay, now here we're solving. So this is where we're going to learn another strategy for solving logs or exponentials. The first thing we want to think about is this is written wrong. This should be, actually let me do that in black. This should be 5 to the x equals 62. Okay, so this is an exponential equation, which in the last unit, what we would try to do was we would try to get a common base. So we would try to write 62 as a base 5. But if you notice over here, it says when you cannot get the bases to match, then we have to have another strategy. So that's the strategy that we're going to learn here. Now the first step we want to do is rewrite it as a log. So you might want to add this to your notes. So rewrite it as a log. So that's our arrow thing. So we know we're going to have a log base 5 log base 5 of 62 equals x. Okay, so now I have it as a log. So the second step over here says change the form. I want to be able to put this in my calculator. Oh, we already changed the form. I'm sorry. The next step is we want to make it a common log because I want to be able to put this in my calculator, but right now it's a log base 5, which I can't put in my calculator. So now I want to use the change of base formula that we just learned, and I want to write this as log base 62 over log base 5, base 10, but I have not written this, right? Log base 10 of 62 over log base 10 of 5, but remember we don't have to write the base 10. And that equals x. Now because this is base 10, I can put all that into my calculator, and I get x equals 2.5643. Okay, that's how we solve this log. So first step was to rewrite the exponential equation as a log, then use the change of base formula to get it as a common log, and then we can put it in our calculator. Example is a u-try. So at this point I want you to pause the video and try this, and remember first you're going to, and this problem should be 3 to the x equals 17. So first you're going to convert it or rewrite it as a log. Then once you do that, you're going to find a common base or common log. So you're going to use the change of base formula to get a base 10. And then you're going to put it in your calculator. So pause the video, try this problem. And tried the problem, and this is what you got. So step 1 was to rewrite it as a log. So it was 3 to the x equals 17. So that's log base 3 of 17 equals x. Log base 3 of 17 equals x. Then I want to make a common log. So big over little, log base 17 divided by log base 3 equals x. Put all this in your calculator and you get 2.5789. And make sure you're checking up here. It told me to round to the nearest decimals. Okay, I'm going to put the next two examples from your notes in another video.